What is up, dudes? It's Jeremy. Today I'm doing a discussion video / review with spoilers of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon 2, The Sword of Destiny. It's not actually, 2's not in the title. I should be clear when I say that. So if you watched the video yesterday, I tried to do a minute review and it was really hard to do because there's so many that I went all over the place. It was really hard not to with this movie. The first thing that I want to tackle before I get into the ending and characters like I always do is the difference from the original Hidden Tiger, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and this Sword of Destiny sequel. After 16 years, I thought this was gonna be one of those like really good ones. First of all, there hasn't been a Netflix original thing that I've been disappointed with yet. And with this one, I wouldn't say that it's ruined or anything like that, but I will admit I'm slightly disappointed. This one, it felt like this sequel was catered towards an American audience. And for whatever reason, I don't know if I'm weird or it's weird for doing that, but it changed the tone and it changed the feel of the movie, in my opinion. I actually think I enjoyed the movie a little bit less for that reason. Originally, I liked the idea of them somewhat sticking to the general structure of the original. After watching the movie, I didn't feel that same way. I didn't like that they did it because they didn't do it as well. If you're gonna do something, you're gonna follow it like the same similar structure. You know, your two older characters and your two younger characters and all these love, and just do it right. Just like put some effort into it. That's what I felt like. The dialogue and the plot had little to no effort put into it. With the ending, the movie doesn't end like really abruptly, but it's somewhat just kind of like, and that's what happened. By the end of the movie, I already was feeling a little bit disappointed, and then that ending was just like, yup. So I wasn't a fan of that, really. Now that I'm thinking about it more in depth, there's a lot of things I wasn't happy with. The characters, most of the characters I wasn't happy with. The two younger characters, I'm not even gonna break it down at all because in general, I did not like either of them. They didn't really like come to life. They just kind of like, and here's two really generic stories for two really generic characters. It was just whatever. And then Michelle, you know, our lead, again, I was really pumped to see her after 16 years. I thought she was going to be super badass, and she was in that first fight scene. That's definitely my favorite scene with her. But she felt really underutilized. I was really surprised at the lack of like quality scenes with her. She's in it. Don't get me wrong, she's a main character, but she doesn't have a whole lot of weight to the movie. She doesn't add. They didn't add a whole lot of value to her character, I guess. And Donnie Yen, I kind of felt the same way. His action scenes were the best of the movie, in my opinion. And of course, like everybody likes seeing him on screen. He does an incredible job. I think he's an incredible actor. The problem is the dialogue was so weak that even Donnie Yen, like, he can only do so much for these roles. The fight scenes were good. They were super entertaining. My favorites were the very first one, and when Donnie Yen's character is fighting all of the guys that he ends up recruiting. Those were just the most entertaining ones, in my opinion. I wasn't a fan at all of the ice fight. I felt like, in theory, it was a cool idea, right? They're fighting, they're sliding all around on this ice pad, and then watching it was like they tried to really just beat it into your head that like, hey, they're sliding around, because every single move they made, there was like a really long slow motion. If they hadn't used so much slow motion, I probably wouldn't have disliked it so much, but every single move they made, there'd be this really long slow motion slide, and I thought it was a really cool idea that they just wrecked. Anyways, that's all I got, really, dudes. I would check it out if you haven't already. I know I spoiled some things, and I really didn't even get into the story that much because there's like no depth. Stories like this shallow. The sword's back. I mean, that was cool to see, but it didn't have the same weight to it that it did in the first movie either. Like in this one, it was an actual. It's not even worth it. Check the movie out though. I still think that you should check the movie out if you haven't already. because, like I said, if nothing else, the action scenes are worth watching, for sure. Anyways, dudes, that's all I got. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you're thinking, because I was pretty mixed on this one. I'm sure a lot of other people, fans and not fans of the first one, alike. So, curious to what everybody's thinking. As always, thanks for watching, dudes.